Alright, shaggers. Hey guys, I'm Jack, Phantasma Paranormal. It's good to have you here. If you've never been here before, obviously, my name's Jack. This is my home. There's you. Here's me. And this channel is all about the paranormal, which is all about spirit communication, testing different methods, my own paranormal theories and such, and overall just talking about the whole paranormal scene from time to time. So that's pretty much what this is about. But just before I get this whole thing started, I just want to go through just a few things, just very quickly, before we do a whole deep dive into this spirit box session, which I recorded. So as some of you know, if you've been following, Rammstein is coming up very soon, very, very, very soon. And I'm taking you guys to Greece with me. And so I go to Greece in June, and then in the middle of June, I come back and I have to go straight to Cardiff at the very end to go watch Rammstein at the Principality Stadium. If there's any of you guys, viewers, please feel free to shout out to me. Hopefully I might be able to meet up with you somewhere in Cardiff to go watch Rammstein. It's going to be good. But also, later on in the year, we have Wage War, which is one of my favorite bands, which I've only just discovered recently, which I'll be taking you on a little bit of a sort of a vlog thing there. I'm looking forward to, seeing what sort of, paranormal evidence could possibly be gone in Bristol. And then I think after that, we've got Corey Taylor, which is going to be in Swansea. Wage War's in Nottingham, I just remembered. We're going to go watch Corey Taylor in Swansea, lead singer of Slipknot and Stone Sour. I cannot wait! His acoustic set's going to be so good. Yeah, I'm looking forward to taking you guys on a good few adventures. It's going to be really good. I'm looking forward to taking you with me. And thanks for hanging with me as well. I very much appreciate it. Right, without further ado, let's get straight on to the subject of this video. I get asked from time to time, can we communicate with our past dead loved ones? I would love to tell you yes, 100%. Obviously, I'd love to. Would I love to believe that as well? Obviously, yes, I would. Some of you may be aware that I suffered the biggest loss. Actually, today marks 7 months since my dad, Richard Green, passed away. As some of you know, I was very close with my dad. My dad was very much my bestest friend in this whole wide world. And, I lost a really good friend as well, not just a dad, and I miss him and I love him very much. But sometimes when I do spirit communication sessions, there's a lot of them which are not on this channel. I haven't done very many when it relates to my dad. I've shared little tidbits here and there, but as far as personal sessions goes for my dad, I mostly keep them private to me and my family, just because they're very personal to us. It's stuff only us would know, and the questions which we wanted to ask, that kind of stuff's private. So I hope you guys can respect that. However, I have shared little tidbits here and there just to show you guys that I'm not saying it is definitely my dad. I'm saying it might be possible to communicate with our dead loved ones. But mind you, when people ask me from time to time, can you contact my dead mother, brother, sister, auntie, what have you? I mean, I could, but here's the thing. You need to really get in and do this yourself. You know what you're looking for. You know exactly, what questions you want to ask. Why would they really come to me, a complete stranger, when they would be most likely to hang around, you? Well, if that's how spirit works, I don't know. We don't know where spirit is. We don't even know what spirits are. If they're ghosts, whether they're aliens, whether they're fairies, whether they're just energy, anything. We have no idea what they are. It's not been scientifically or otherwise proven as to what spirits are or even how they communicate. And that's just not me saying that. That's just fact at this point. We don't know how they communicate or what they are. But it doesn't stop us speculating. I have done a good few spirit box sessions in my time where they have said what they are. Even me and my dad, before he died, we actually had 2 code words which come out in nearly every single spirit box session when I ask for him. It doesn't happen all the time. Would I love for it to happen all the time? Yes, of course, but that just doesn't happen. I have no idea why. But does that prove it's my dad from the communication I've gotten? No, but for me, it does seem like, okay, this does seem likely. But at the same time, it's the rational head which takes over and says, look, I cannot prove it. I would love to believe it is. Sounds like him, gives information which would very much say that it is him, but I cannot prove that, if that makes sense to all of you guys. But I did a session with the Jensen Hacked Radio, which is a spirit box radio which I've used many a times over the last little while, over the last year or two, I'd say. And it's been one of my favorites, one of the constants. But mind you, it's not just down to the equipment. It's kind of Spirit communication happens whenever it happens, no matter what you're using, whether it's PSP7, whether it's a hacked radio, whether it's a manual scan, EVP recorder, whatever. Communication happens when it happens. You have no control over that, regardless how much money you've spent on equipment. It does not matter. But I wasn't expecting a great deal to come out of this spirit box session, but for what did, there was even some things which related to the previous session which I did when I was asking some questions about who was there with me. A lot of things related to my dad, because I heard they say dad, and obviously I always ask about my dad because I miss him and I want to know how he is. I don't know where he is or if he's in spirit, what have you. I do hope so, but I always ask about him. So I'm going to jump in just as this session goes, and I'm going to show you that spirit box session right now for you guys. Enjoy. My dad about, Richard Green. My dad around. Yes. Dad, that dream I had about you. That dream I had about you when you said to me in the dream about, I asked you if this was real when I saw you. Was that real or was that a dream? Was that real or was it just a dream? Who else is there?
One person.
One person? Is there one person here? Who are you? Is there one person here? Who are you?
That they'll be on the
You say I love you? I'm right here, guys. What do you want to say? Say anything you want. Right here to listen. Have we met? Are you sat with me on the bed? Well, I'm on the floor right now. Yes? Hello?
bit nice and
Well, who is... How many of you is there? How many of you are here now? Can you say? Can you say, please?
Yeah.
Here? 404? Auntie? I had Auntie in the last session. What?
It's art. It's art. It's art. It's art.
Okay, what was that? Who are you?
It's me.
It's you? It's me, wow. Okay. As far as this goes, Does this mean it's specifically my auntie? I don't know. Maybe it's just a nickname that a spirit had, and maybe they were called auntie, or maybe it's another person's auntie, or the spirit's just called auntie in particular, or the spirit is an auntie. I don't know. But, my auntie passed away in 1991. And unfortunately, she had autism, and she was in supported living. But I heard she was a very lovely lady. Died at a stupendously young age. She wasn't even in her mid-30s, which is really sad. And my dad looked after her for a time as well. And my Auntie Cathy, she seemed like a very sweet lady, and I really would have loved to have known her if she was still alive today. But it's like my grandparents either. I never met my grandparents. I never met my Uncle Michael. I would have very much loved to have met them. But at the same time, I have a lot of I have at least a little bit of comfort. Now hopefully my dad is with his family again, because my dad was pretty much, the last one, and I hope he's with his family again. And that's what I hope for. But when it came to hearing auntie and relating to the previous session saying it's auntie, is that specifically my auntie? Well, there's no way for me to prove that. However, it does seem very compelling and interesting to me, because I've never heard anything like that. And even Spirit mentioning uncle as well. I've had two uncles, which is my Uncle Tim on my mother's side, who passed on, and there was my Uncle Michael, as I just mentioned, my dad's brother. So, I don't know. I would love to tell you that yes, this is definitely my family members, but I do not know. That's the frustrating bit. And I will only know the full answers when I eventually die. I would love to see things from their side. I would love to see how they look at the world, how they look at reality, and how they look at things from their point of view. And when they sometimes relate it to me, they sometimes say that yes, they are in a different plane of existence. Or mind you, like heaven could be real, or maybe it's not. Maybe it's like another world, and maybe we sort of crisscross in between sometimes, and that's why you believe you see spirits, or that's why you believe you hear them, or hear something in your ear out of thin air. Maybe these things happen. Is this my auntie? I don't know. I hope so. I really do hope so. But let's keep going with this session, as there is a lot with Dad which will keep cropping up. A lot of really nice, positive messages as well which come out of this. Is my Auntie Cathy here? Auntie Catherine? Auntie Cathy? Is here? Auntie Cathy was my dad's sister. Does my dad visit a lot? Dad, do you visit? How often do you see me? You, me, John and Vicky. Will we be with you soon? One day? It's always super heartwarming whenever you get anything like I love you or I protect you. Whether they do or not, who knows? I don't even know specifically who these spirits are, because there's no way to specifically identify, one voice, one spirit that's talking. There's no way to prove any of that. We can only speculate. That's all we can do. And me especially, having lost someone so close to me, having lost my best friend, having lost my dad, and missed the guy so much. He was just the hell of a guy, and he watched every single video that I ever did, and he would always ask me questions about this, and he would always be like, what's this like? Spirit box sessions, how does this work? How do you know who you're talking to? He'd ask me all these questions. I was so interested in it. And he'd always just say it was a load of old pish, like he used to say, but he'd always ask me so many questions about it. But does this come from my dad or auntie, uncle, grandma, granddad, whoever, or maybe just distant ancestors, which I don't know of yet? I have no idea. But regardless, this has always brought a lot of positivity. Regardless, I always said I don't care what spirit speaks, whether they're good, bad, ugly, in the middle, whatever. It does not matter to me. I just want to let them know that I do record them, I do hear them, and I want to capture what they have to say. That is the whole purpose of being here. But from the rational side of things, you know, it does give me that hope that there is something else out there for us when we go, when this body dies, maybe the consciousness goes on. And I hope that when I go, I'll be able to be with my family and I'll be able to see them and meet ones which I've never met before. But overall, meet my dad, this man who I loved so very much. But we're nearing to the end of this session, and I'll speak to you guys at the very end about a video which I'm going to be doing some point after this. Where you are, what does it look like? In good time? Can you not tell me? You're not able to tell me, sorry? Do I have to find out when I eventually get there, when I die? When I die, will I finally get the answers I've always wanted about a possible afterlife? Will I finally get the answers? Alright guys, I'll speak to you soon. Love you very much. I appreciate you very much. Thank you. Thank you all. Anything else you want to say before I go? If not, I'll see you guys later, alright? I love you. Thank you. Thanks all. This was good. Thanks, Dad. Thank you, everybody. Whoever you are, I don't care where you are, but thank you, everyone who spoke. Alright, goodbye, guys. Love you. So long, everyone. Speak soon. Goodbye. So there you go. After a little while of it being so busy and stressful, like I said in the last video, it's been really a breath of fresh air. I feel like I've got a bit of mojo back, a bit of energy back, some good thoughts finally, and it's taken to around about now to feel a little bit more like myself since my dad passed away. But talking of my dad as well, I mentioned him a lot on this channel because he was such an inspiration to me and this man who I love so very much, and I'd trade everything just to have him back. But there is something which I wanted to, it's going to sound a little bit, I don't know, maybe a little bit philosophical, spiritual, whatever you want to call it. But I'm going to be doing a video very soon, hopefully this week, which is going to be about the things I have learned since my dad's death. Yes, death is a horrible thing. It's something we're all going to experience and we're all going to die one day. You know, this flesh, bone, blood, I'm eventually going to be gone. And I hope I've left an imprint on this world, and I hope maybe I've done something for you who's watching, the viewer. I hope I have. But I'm going to be doing a video on what death has specifically taught me, and why, in a way, through such a horrible thing like this, losing a parent, but it gives you that kick up the ass to really say, okay, you know, I need to live. I'm eventually going to die one day. There's no point worrying about the little things. Let's just go on. Let's just keep going, because I need to go off, enjoy my life, have fun, live with no regrets, and just leave an imprint for whoever it is, and just yourself, knowing that you've been satisfied with your own life. So that's going to be one very soon, about what this life has done for me and what I hope to pass on to you, and maybe help you if you're experiencing a loss as well, if you've lost a family member, a friend, what have you. I hope to do that for some of you, and I hope this helps you. So I'll see you guys in the very next video, or I'll have a chat with you in the comments. And remember, if there's anything you want to ask me, please feel free to DM me, email me, TikTok, wherever it is, and please reach out, because I'm here for a chat if you need to, about whatever, whether it's mental health, paranormal, what have you. I'm always here. So thank you very much, guys. I will see you very soon in the next video, and everybody take care.